Khan. Shalom says Shalom. Trying to see, I'm finna send this to hold up real quick. Let me send this to some people. Should like it. Hold on, let me see. I don't even know how to write loud like that. Why you stop being vegan? You telling me to be vegan, you stop being vegan. Hold up. Con, let me see. Let me get it. I'm finna start the video. Hey, this video going to the curses of Deuteronomy 28. Con. Hold up. I'm finna go ahead and get started. Come on. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I knew. Hey, it's good though. I tried some vegan stuff though. It's straight though. But yeah, it do be costing. I looked at the price. I was like, nah, that's dead. But yeah. All right, so I'm finna go ahead and get started though, for real. All right, so this video going into the curses of Deuteronomy 28, cause there's a lot of people that don't know that it's curses in the Bible, and these curses help us understand who is God's chosen people. Cause the curses break down it tells you step by step what's gonna happen to His people if they disobey the commandments. And we know that we the Israelites, because we going through these curses right now. Still to this day, our ancestors went through them, and we going through them. It ain't nothing new. We still going through these curses. You know, and a lot of people like to say the Bible a white man book. It's not a white man's book. Because it's telling you right here that His people are so-called blacks and Hispanics by these curses. We fit these curses. Not everybody can say they Israelites. Everybody can't say, oh, I'm an Israelite. Everybody don't fit these curses. These curses only fit a specific group of people. No, this video ain't gonna be too long. I'm gonna skip around on the curses, but I'm finna get into them though. Go ahead and get this video, cause my phone on 30. So I'm finna go ahead and get this Deuteronomy 28 and 16. It says, "Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field." So he talking to the Israelites. He's saying, if y'all don't keep my shalom, sis. He like, if y'all don't keep my commandments, he's saying y'all gonna be cursed in the city and cursed in the field. So if you look around, who cursed in the city as a people? Just look around. You can go to New York, you can go to Baltimore, you can go to Detroit, LA, Florida, Georgia. You can go look around. Who is cursed in the cities? Who's strung out on drugs, bruh? Who getting shot down in the streets by the police? Just look on the streets, bro. Who in the slums and who in the ghettos? What group of people is that? That's us. He said if you don't keep the commandments, you gonna be cursed in the city. That's why we getting shot down by police and they ain't going to jail for it, cause we a cursed people. People wonder why, how can we be God's chosen people and we going through all these things? Because we under a curse, because we broke the commandments. It says, "Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field." So he's saying not only are you going to be cursed in the city, but you also going to be cursed in the field. So who is cursed in the field? Who is picking cotton day in and day out? Who's getting their back beat in day and day out? That was us. It's talking about slavery. We're the only people that was cursed in the field, in slavery. That's talking about, when you say cursed in the field, it's talking about slavery. That's us. I only read one curse, and we know that it's talking about us. This is the curse it's talking about us. So I'm skipping around. I got Deuteronomy 28 and 30. It says, "Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereon." So it just said, "Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her." So what happened during slavery? What happened during slavery? We know we had wives during slavery. What happened? The slave master came in, took it anytime he wanted to, and laid with her. That's what it's going into. This is us. They're talking about us when we was in slavery. And also it can be talking about us because our people big on adultery. Our people love sleeping with our brother wife. So that we big on that too. So it can either go into slavery and then go into us being in adultery. And it says, "Thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereon." Yes, because we couldn't enjoy the things that we built because we were sent from plantation to plantation. Just say we built a house on this plantation to live in. But we're not going to be able to dwell in it because we're going to end up getting sent and shipped out to another plantation. So all that stuff that we just built is for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's going into us, going into slavery, being into slavery. All this is in the Bible. In the Christian church, they're not telling you these curses, bro. They're not telling you that you Israelites. We fit these curses, bro. So I got Deuteronomy 28 and 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand. So it just said, our sons and our daughters shall be given into another people. What happened in slavery? They had auction blocks. And they put our brothers and sisters up there, and other people came and bought them. They was given to another people. We were sold to different slave owners. You know, and it said, and thou shalt look and fill with longing for them all day long. So we had to look. We couldn't say, no, you're not taking my daughter. We couldn't shoot them. We couldn't stab them because we didn't have no weapon. That's why I said, and there shall be no might in thy hand. So we just had to deal with it. We had to deal with it because we didn't have no weapons. This is talking about us, bro. This is talking about the so-called blacks and Hispanics, bro. Because we went through this. A lot of people don't know that Hispanics was in slavery also. They was on the slave ships also. But they don't speak about that, though. History class don't speak about that because they want us to think that we two different people. But really, we the same people. We going through the same thing right now. They in the slums and the ghettos just like we in the slums and the ghettos. You know what I'm saying? So I got this Deuteronomy 28 and 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lend thee. So the Most High said, if you don't keep these commandments, you're going to become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword. So back then, we knew we was Israelites. We knew for a fact we was Israelites. But now, we calling ourselves black. That's a color out of the crayon box. We calling ourselves African American, which is 2 continents. We calling ourselves Afro-Latino. We calling ourselves Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans. We calling ourselves all these bywords and proverbs that the Most High didn't call us. These was names put on us by oppressors when we came over here. We was not calling ourselves African American. We was not calling. I think that term came out by Jesse Jackson in like 1980 something. I think. What were we calling ourselves before that? Before we came over here on slave ships, what were we calling ourselves? We wasn't calling ourselves black. We wasn't calling ourselves Negroes. We wasn't calling ourselves that. These are bywords put on us by our oppressor. And it say that's it on that. That's it on that. Going into that. So that's what we call ourselves black. We don't know who we is, bruh. All the other nations know who they is. We the only people that don't know who we is. They got their own they got their own land, they got their own language. They know what they go back to. They know their God. We don't know who we is as a people. We calling ourselves black, bro. We calling ourselves a color. Think about that. We calling ourselves a color. I'm not even black. I'm not black. This is black. I'm not nowhere near black, but you have light skins calling themselves black. That's how messed up we is as a people. And that's how messed up they got us. We are not black, bro. So I got this Deuteronomy 28 and 41. These are the curses for the people that's coming in. These are the curses that the Israelites was going to go through for disobeying the Most High. And we know that we the Israelites by these curses. If these curses went, this is the reason why the Most High put these curses in here. Because he knew it was going to come a time that we was going to wake up and we were going to realize who we was. And these curses help us understand who are God's chosen people by these curses, because we still going through these curses to this day. So I got Deuteronomy 28 and 41. Thou shalt begot sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they will go into captivity. Plain and simple. It said we're going to have sons and daughters, but we're not going to be able to enjoy them. You know, back then in slavery, we had a lot of kids. We had a lot of kids back then in slavery, but they couldn't enjoy them. They couldn't have the time of their life with their kids because they knew it's gonna come a time that they was gonna be separated from their kids. So they really couldn't enjoy their times with their kids. They really couldn't keep the feast days with their kids because they knew, hey, they might get took, or I might get killed, I might get shot. They knew that. So it said, thou shalt begot sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they will go into captivity. Who went into captivity? Who went into captivity? That's us. This is talking about us. The Most High is talking to us. During this time, he was talking to our forefathers and foremothers. This is who he was talking to. He wasn't talking to everybody else. He wasn't talking to the other nations, because the other nations don't fit these curses. The so-called white man can't say he went into captivity. You know, the Asians can't say that. The Chinese can't say that. The East Indians, the Arabs, they can't say they went into captivity by another nation. We were brought over here by a whole other nation. They changed our whole heritage. Bro, we don't even know our language. We don't even know what we speak. Our people think that we from Africa, that we Africans. That's how messed up they got us. So they can't say they fit these curses. So I got Deuteronomy 28 and 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. So he's saying the strangers shall get above us very high, and we shall come down very low. Because back then we was ruling, bruh. We was kings and princesses. We were ruling this thing. But he's saying now, since y'all disobeyed my commandments, y'all gonna come down very low. Because if y'all didn't know, these other nations, they below us. These other nations that are not so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, they are below us. They are below us. So he's saying now, since y'all broke the commandments, the nation that I made to be, the nation that I made to serve y'all, and y'all gonna serve them now. They gonna be above y'all. So that's why you have all these so-called white people. They own everything now. They're above us, and that's why our people in the slums and the ghettos, because we got this curse on us. And he said if we didn't listen, he gonna bring us from being high up as kings and princes now. Now he gonna bring us low. Now we call ourselves niggas, black, African American, Hispanics, Puerto Ricans. That's what we calling ourselves now. How we get from that? Our people wanted this all the time. How we get from being in a high state to a low state? The Bible answer all that. Our people just gotta open up and read it and stop thinking this is a white man book. This is not a white man book. I thought it was a white man book too. But they switching everything around. They try to give us Christianity. Christianity nowhere in the Bible. There's nowhere in the Bible that it talks about Christianity and about Christ was a Christian. It don't say that. Or him being in Christianity. We know that we was the first Christians, but Christianity now they changed. It's not what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? So it don't say nowhere in the Bible about Christianity. They gave us that, and they gave us white Jesus. According to Revelations 1:14 and 1:15, Christ was a so-called black man. Matter of fact, let me pull Revelations 1:14 and 1:15, and I'm gonna get back on topic for the people that don't know, because you have a lot of our people saying Christ, he's Middle Eastern. Some people think he's still a so-called white man. People say he all colors. He don't have a color. Well, let's see what the Bible say about how Christ look. I'm finna go down. This is book of Revelations, chapter 1:14 and 1:15. And it says, his head and his hairs were white like wool. So it said Christ's head and his hairs were white like wool. So who has woolly textured hair? All you got to do, if you don't know, go look at a sheep. Go feel a sheep hair. Who has that texture of sheep hair? White people don't have sheep hair. They have stringy dog hair. But it said his head and his hairs were white like wool. So he had white woolly hair. And it say as white as snow, his eyes was as a flame of fire. So his eyes was red because he drank a lot of wine. You know, when people drink wine, their eyes kind of turn red. He had red eyes. But why that picture of so-called Jesus, it show you he had blue eyes. And then it show you he had stringy eyes. So that's two cuts right there. Going to two, he didn't have stringy hair and he didn't have blue eyes. That's identity theft, bro. That's identity theft. They just changed the whole image of a man into another man. That's identity theft, bro. That's a crime. So it say and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burnt in a furnace. So his feet were like unto fine brass, as if it burnt in the furnace. Now, if you don't know what the color brass is, bro, if I had a penny right now, just go look at a penny. A penny is the color of brass, but it said as if it burnt in a furnace. So if you have that penny and you burn it, what color is it going to turn? It's going to turn dark, right? So Christ was a dark-skinned man with red eyes and white woolly hair. So where that image come about him being a so-called white man with blonde stringy hair and blue eyes? Where that come from? So now our people looking at white people as being superior now because they think Christ and his people are so-called white people, which is not true. We are the people of the book, bro. This is our heritage book. This Bible right here is the so-called Black and Hispanic heritage book. You know, Black History Month just ended. So-called Black History Month just ended. Hey, this is the real history right here. You should have been reading this. This is the real history right here. And history class only want to teach you about, they only want to start at 1619. But this tells you what we were before 1619. The school system ain't going to tell you what you were before 1619. They going to start with slavery. But your Bible, this Bible right here is a history book. It tells you what you were before 1619, bro. And it tells you what happened, what you did to be in this position right here. This Bible tells you every single thing you need to know, bro. This is the internet before the internet was invented. They had everything in it, bro. Everybody went to this, was quoting this before the internet was even invented. Shalom, King. So I'm finna go back to the so that broke down right there that Christ is indeed a so-called black man, and we say so-called because we know we're not really black. If Christ walked the earth right now, he'd be called a nigger. He'd be called black, African American, just like how we call. He'd get called the same exact thing because we look exactly like him. So this Deuteronomy 28 and 48. I'm just skipping around in the verses. Curses. It said, "Therefore shall thou serve thy enemies." And people don't like to face the fact that we have enemies. Everybody is not all happily joined hand to hand. We not all the same. The Israelites are above everybody on the place of the earth. On the face of the earth. And I'm going to prove that. The Israelites, the black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, which are God's chosen people, we're above everybody on the face of the earth, bro. Above everybody. But America like to tell you that, on 20. I'm going to keep bringing it out. That's Satan, though. But Shalom, King. America like to tell you that everybody the same. They're going to tell you everybody equal. But the Bible don't say that. The Bible tells you that he has a chosen people. I'm going to pull a 2nd Ezra too. It say he has a chosen people that he chose to be his specific group of people above all people that's upon the face of the earth. Y'all don't believe that, do y'all? Y'all think we all equal. But let's see what the Bible say. I know your pastor didn't bring this out to you because he want everybody in his church so he can continue to make money. He don't care what color you is. Long as your money green, that's all that matter. Long as the $100 bills blue, that's all that matter to him. So it says this Deuteronomy 7 and 6. "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth." So stop thinking that you equal to the so-called white man. Stop thinking you equal to the so-called Asians. Stop thinking you equal to the so-called Chinese, Japanese, East Indians, Arabs, Africans. Stop thinking that you equal to them. You are above them. You are not the same as them. They can't do the things that you do. Just look at the things that we do, bro. Who can do the things that we do? We the salt of the earth, bro. We are the salt of the earth. Literally, we the salt of the earth. We create every trend. We created everything. They just took the credit for everything that we created. We created every single thing, bro. Who can do the things that the Israelites can do? Nobody. We God's chosen people. So don't be thinking that you equal to everybody. You're not equal in God's eyes. Probably in America's eyes, but you're not equal in Yahweh's eyes to everybody else. He's not dealing with that. So I'm gonna get 2nd Ezra. This is the Apocrypha. If you don't know what about the Apocrypha, you know what I'm saying? Apocrypha just means hidden books. This is a book that was in the Bible, but it was taken out of the Bible by Martin Luther, because he didn't want you to know stuff in here. But if you get the King James 1611, the Apocrypha already in there. You feel what I'm saying? So if you get the 1611, it's already in here. So this part of the Bible. People don't like to read the Apocrypha though. They don't want to agree with it because there's a lot of prophecy in here that's gonna come to pass. So I got I'm gonna get 2nd Ezra. I'm gonna get 2nd Ezra 6 and 54 through 57, right? It say and after these also, Salaki, and after these Adam also, whom thou made the world of all thy creatures, of him come we all. So everybody comes from Adam. It don't matter what race you is, right? Everybody comes from Adam. That's what it's saying. But let me keep reading. "And the people also whom thou hast chosen." So yes, everybody comes from Adam, even his chosen people. So it tells you right there, and it's in Deuteronomy 14 and 2, that he has a chosen people. It's all through the Bible. You will find nowhere in the Bible where they say God dealing with Yahweh dealing with anybody else but the Israelites. All through the Bible, he fighting for Israel. He not fighting for any other nation. He is not saying that he the God of the Edomites, or the Ammonites, or the Amalekites. He not saying that. All through the Bible, saying, "I'm the Lord thy God of Israel." He not saying that he the God of everybody, because he not. He the God of the Israelites. And they say, and these other nations know that. These other nations know who he the God of. That's why they had to make statues and things to worship, because they knew that he was the only God of the Israelites. They knew that our God was the only true God, so they had to make things to bow down to and worship, because they didn't have no real God. So when they say, this verse 55, it says, "All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou made the world for our sake." So he made the world for the Israelites' sake. This is supposed to be our world right now. We supposed to be ruling. You know, we supposed to be in control of the animals. But we messed up. We broke the commandments. So now these other nations are ruling over us. So before I'm finna show you something. I'm gonna come back to that. I'm finna show you who the world giving to, right? Who ruling this world right now, bro? It's a lot of wickedness in this world right now. A lot of wickedness going on. So you gotta understand. Hey, we supposed to be at top. We supposed to be in the top. So like, let me get it real quick. Let me so like it that Ruach, man. Let me get it, Salakia. It say, this is the book of, hold up. This is the book of Job, chapter 9 and 24, right? It say, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So the earth is given into the hand of the wicked because we disobeyed the commandments. So who ruling the world right now? The so-called white people is ruling the world right now, bro. That's why we have to go to them for everything. That's why you had those fake Jewish people, them Ashkenazi, the Amalekites. They ruling the world right now. They over Hollywood. They over the music industry. So that's why they got these rappers pushing wicked music. They trying to destroy us as a people. And he said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. But second Ezra just said, oh Lord, because thou made it the world for our sakes. So he made the world for our sakes, right? But the earth was given into them because we messed up. So that's why it's chemtrails in the sky. That's why it's GMO in the fools. They killing us because, hey, they ruling. They wicked. The earth is given into them now. But we're going to get it back though, Lord's willing. We're going to get it back. Hey, we got next. For the people that's in here, hey, we got next. Israel got next. For the Edomites that's in this chat, hey, we got next, man. The so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans got next. So I got, now this 56. As for the other people, now I'm finna tell you how the Most High feel about the other people. And this one reason why they took the Apocrypha out the Bible. This is one reason why they took the Apocrypha out the Bible. And out pulling precepts out. Hey, keep bringing them out, King. So it say, as for the other people, which also come of Adam. So now he's finna tell you how he feel about the other people that are not his chosen people that come from Adam. Because it just said that everybody that comes from Adam, even his chosen people. So it says, as for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle. He just said these other nations are like spittle. Like spit to him, bro. So how are we equal and all the same when he just said these other nations are like spit to him? That's like me talking and spit fly out my mouth. He saying these other nations is like that spit that fly out my mouth. And they say, and have likened to, and have like the abundance of them to drop that falls from a vessel. So he said these other nations are like a drop that falls from a vessel. So just say I have a bucket full of water, right? Just say I have a bucket full of water and I'm walking and I trip and a little bit of water fall out of the bucket. Am I gonna worry about that little bit of water that fell out that bucket? No, because I got a whole lot of water in the bucket, right? But he's saying these other nations is like that little drop that falls from the bucket. Come on, man. But how everybody the same though? How everybody equal? He just said he had chosen people that's above a people. And he just said these other nations are like spit. Would you want to be like spit? Just imagine the Most High God looking at you like spit. And like I said, this is why they took the Apocrypha out. This is one reason why they took the Apocrypha out of the Bible. And I'm going to keep reading the verse 57. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. So he said, hey man, he said, hey, these heathen, these people that you made to rule us, hey, they killing us now. They coming over us now. Because, all right, Con, we back. It had said poor connection on my screen. But Con, and these other nations got to pay for what they did, though. These other nations got to pay for the rape, rob, and murder that they did. Okay, they ruling over us right now. Okay, but we're gonna see what's gonna happen at the end. How is it gonna look at the end? How is it gonna look at what's gonna be the end? This is Isaiah 14 and 1. I'm starting at Isaiah 14 and 1. It says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. So we know that Jacob are the Israelites because we come from Jacob. And will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. So he gonna get us and set us in our own land, right? And it says, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Hey, so these other nations are going to cleave unto us. They're going to have to. They're going to have to cleave unto us. And it says, and the people shall take them. It said we're going to take them. It didn't say we're going to ask them nicely to come with us and beg them. It said, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressor. Hey, so we're going to rule over them in that time. They got their time right now. This is their kingdom right now. America is the so-called white man kingdom right now. They got everything they want. They got all the high buildings. They got all the jobs. We have to go to them for everything. They getting rich over us. They got everything that they want. Oh, Salaki. They got everything. They got everything that they want in this kingdom. This is their heaven. But it said when we start ruling, hey, they gonna have to be servants and handmaids. They gonna have to be our slaves. Like we were their slaves. Hey, they gonna have to be our slaves in the kingdom. That's righteous judgment. The Most High is a righteous man. So you think the Most High would allow that to happen to his chosen people and nothing happened to the people that did that to his chosen people? You think that he just gonna let that rock like that, bro? Think about this. I want y'all to just think about this. We know that we God's chosen people, right? And I'm gonna get back to the curses too after this verse. I know what I'm saying. My spirit and the Most High got me going everywhere, right? So we know that we God's chosen people. But we still had to come over here on slave ships. We still had to. And it's the crazy thing about it. You had some Israelites keeping the commandments. Not all of us that was sent over here wasn't keeping the law. But we all had to come over here as a people because he judged us as a nation of people. So we all had to come over here. Even the ones that was keeping the law. So what make you think a group of people that are not his people that he just said are like spittle, what make you think that they not finna get no judgment for the things that they did to us? And you have some people be like, well, that wasn't it. No, I didn't do that. I don't want to go in with them. Hey, he gonna judge y'all as a nation of people. Just like he judged us as a nation of people, he gonna judge y'all as a nation of people. Y'all think y'all just sweet? Y'all think y'all just finna get the sweet life. Nothing ain't gonna happen, y'all. Y'all just finna be in the kingdom of heaven. Y'all don't even know how many, man. It's a cut right here. And I'm gonna go back to the curses. This Revelation is 21:12, right? Because a lot of people, you have a lot of nations say, nations say they finna get the kingdom of heaven. Everybody get the kingdom of heaven. They think it's one gate in the kingdom of heaven. But how many gates does the Bible say it is in the kingdom of heaven? And who are those gates for? Let's check it out. This Revelation is 21:12, right? And had a wall great and high and had 12 gates. So it's 12 gates, but the Christian church tell you that it's one gate that everybody can come through. But the Bible just said it's 12 gates. And at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereof, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. So those gates of the kingdom of heaven are for the nation of Israel. The kingdom of heaven is not for everybody, bro. Don't let the Christian church finesse you. Just read your Bible and open it up. You'll understand what they telling you is false. The kingdom of heaven is not for everybody. It just said it only got 12. It got 12 gates, and the 12 gates are for the children of Israel. These are the people that's going to enjoy the kingdom of heaven. The Israelites. These are the people that's going to enjoy it. So now I showed you that. Now I'm going to get back to the curses. Let me get back on topic. What's up?
Can I get my charger?
Yeah.
And I'm about to go shoot.
Con. Bring it back. I think my phone finna die. So go ahead and charge it up and bring it back. And they say, now I'm finna get back to the curses. I forgot why I left off at. But they say, why was it? I'm gonna get Deuteronomy 28 and 48. I think that's why I left off at. This Deuteronomy 28 and 48 going into the curses, right? It say, therefore shall thou serve thy enemies. So we know that we have enemies, bro. We have enemies. Everybody is not the same. With the Lord shall send against thee in hunger. So he said we're going to have to serve our enemies now in hunger. So instead of them coming to us for food, we're going to have to go to them for food. So who own Burger? Do our people own Burger King? Do our people own McDonald's? Do our people own Chick-fil-A, Zaxby's? No. The so-called white man own them places. Is our people owning them gas stations? No, them the Arabs and the East Indians. But it just said we have to go to them. We have to go to them for food. So when we get hungry, We're not gonna really be able to go to our places. We have to go to the other nation places to get food when we hungry. Pizza Hut, stuff like that. And it says, and in thirst. So when we thirsty, when we want Deer Park, Dasani, Fiji, when we want Gatorade and Powerade, what we got to go to? Is our people owning those drinks? Is our people owning the drinks that we drink today? No. The other nations is owning these drinks that we drink today. But it just said we have to go to them for thirst. So when we thirsty, we have to pay money to get it from them. So they making money off us. But that's one of the curses. Back then, they had to come to us for things. We was above. We was the top dogs. We was on the throne, bro. But they had to come to us for everything. But now we have to go. Now we have to go to them for everything. So when we thirsty, we want something to drink, we have to go to them and get it. We have to go to our enemies. And they said we have to go to our enemies. And it said in nakedness. So it said not only is we gonna go to them for hunger and thirst, we're gonna go to them for nakedness. Nike. Who own Nike? You know, a so-called white man own Nike. You know, Jordan. I got Jordans on. Michael Jordan don't even own his own thing. Nike own Jordan. We have to go to them for everything. Adidas. Puma. We have to go to them. Polo. We have to go to them for every single thing, bro. Nakedness. All our clothes come from them. They made all these clothes. And you have people be like, oh, we have black businesses. That's true. We do have black businesses. But they still have to go and get permission from their oppressor to start the business. They still have to go buy things that they need for the business from their oppressor. So they still going to their oppressor. So we still lost. You feel what I'm saying? So it said, and it said, and want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron, and it said he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Who had a yoke of iron upon their neck in slavery? Let me show you something. If my computer load up, if it don't load up, that's cool. Y'all can just look it up yourself. Who had a yoke of iron on their neck in slavery? Bro, if you look up slavery pictures, you gonna see a picture of somebody with a yoke of iron around their neck. We had a yoke of iron around our neck, bro. The Bible is talking it's talking to us. It ain't talking to the black people. It ain't talking to Mexicans, Hispanics. It talking to the Israelites. We are Israelites, bro. We gotta start calling ourselves, my computer tripping. We gotta start calling ourselves these proverbs and bywords. It's talking to the Israelites. We the Israelites, bro. We God's chosen people. They say, he said, put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. So are they gonna put a yoke of iron around our neck until they destroyed us? Because they destroyed us mentally. They destroyed us mentally because we don't know who he is. We know where we come from. What was our heritage before we came over here to America? What were we doing? They destroyed us mentally. They gave us, we got their last names. These are not our last names, bro. We still got we still got the same last name as our slave master. They destroyed us mentally. You feel what I'm saying? So on that, now I got Deuteronomy 28 and 54, right? It says, so that a man that is tender among you and very delicate, because back then we was tender and delicate to each other. You know, brothers gave each other doubt. Brothers checked up on each other, make sure they were straight. Vice versa with the sisters. The sisters checked up on each other, made sure they were straight. We loved each other back then as a people, right? And it says, and it says, why was it? Oh, it said, man that and it says, his eye shall be evil towards his brother. So now, back then, we would chill, we checked up on each other, but now I said we're gonna be evil towards our brother. So now that's why we look at each other with an evil eye. That's why when you see your brother, you mean mugging your brother. You always want to start something with your brother. What hood you from? You asking him what hood he from. And that's why also in LA you have blacks and Hispanics. You know, they going against each other. It said you're gonna have an evil eye towards your brother. Who is this? Who is this talking to? You can't say the white man have an evil eye towards his brother. Dang, my phone finna die. Hey, Bryson. Hold up. Salaki. Let me get my charger real quick. Let me get my phone finna die. I'm right back. I'm right back. I'm just live. I'm right back. But who? Did you charge it quick? Let me get that. We back. Hold on, let me charge my phone, man. Turn it sideways. Look at Con. My fault. Alright, Con. Alright, Con. I gotta turn it sideways. My camera like it finna fall, but we straight. Man, let me just hold it. But where I was at? Oh, I was at this Deuteronomy 28:54, and it said, "Very tender among each other. His eye shall be evil towards his brother." So that's why we have an evil that's why we have an evil eye towards each other. That's why we have an evil eye. And you can go to any place, you gonna see that. Hey, that's why it's black on black crime. The so-called white man, it ain't no white on white crime. When have you ever heard on white crime? Asian on Asian crime, Chinese on Chinese crime. That ain't happening. That's why it's black on black crime, because we got an evil eye towards each other. You can look at Hollywood. Go look at the movies. White people don't have no Boys in the Hood movie. White people don't have no Menace to Society. They don't have no Belly. They don't have no Jews. They don't have no New Jack City movies. That's us killing each other in the movies. They know what it is. That's why they put it in the movies, bro. We have an evil eye towards each other. And they say, and towards the wife of his children, which he shall leave. So he gonna have an evil eye. The man gonna have an evil eye towards his wife. That's why it's a lot of single women raising their children. That's why the man is out the household, because that's a curse. We a cursed people. It just said, and he have an evil eye towards the wife of his children, which he shall leave. So the man leaving out the crib, he leaving out the house, and leaving the wife to raise the children herself. That's a curse. Bruh. If you look at the white home, the so-called white families, you rarely see a so-called white man out in his household. But if you look at the so-called black and Hispanic community, hey, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot of men out in the household. It's a lot of men gone. They either dead or in jail, or they just bucked up. That's talking about us. That's who it's talking about. It's talking about the Israelites. We fit this curse, right? So I got Deuteronomy 28:64, right? And it says, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people. So that's why we scatter among all people. You go to any place around the world, you're going to find a so-called black person. You're going to find a so-called black person. You can go to the UK. You can go to China. You can go to Hawaii. You're going to find a so-called black person there, because he's scared as among the heathen. We all around the world. We scattered along with them, right? And it says, from the one ends of the earth, even unto the other, and thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy father have known, even wood and stone. So he said, not only are we going to be separated and scattered among the heathen, we're going to have to serve God with wood and stone. So what gods are these talking about when they said we're going to serve God with wood and stone? What's that wood God that he's talking about? Don't our people love to be Muslims? Don't our people love to say they were Islam? So what they bow down to? He said copperstone. Don't they bow down to that? That is their God. That is the God that's talking about when they say the stone. That black stone that people bow down to when they were in Islam. In the wood, what's that wood that people bow down to in the churches? You know, I be seeing wooden crosses in people's yards. They be bowing down to them crosses. That's an idol. That's another God. You're not supposed to be bowing down to that. But our people love bowing down to crosses. They'll bow down to the cross and pray. They'll bow down to white Jesus in the church and pray. And that's talking about us. Our people doing that. It's not talking about the other nations, bro. We are not the same as them. They are not like us. They don't fit this. Hey, so this the kicker right here. Hey, this Deuteronomy 28:68. It says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again by ships. So he's saying the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt. So we know in that context, Egypt is talking about bondage. Because if you get Exodus 20:2, it says, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So it's talking about bondage. When they say Egypt, it's talking about bondage, which is slavery, because we were slavery in Egypt. When we was in Egypt, we were slavery under the Egyptians. So he's saying this time, because we just walked out of Egypt the first time. But he said this time, hey, y'all leaving by ships. Who came over here by ships? Who came over here by ships, bruh? Who came over here by ships? Did the so-called white man come over here by ships? Did the Asian man come over here by ships? Did the East Indian come over here by ships? Did the Arabs come over here by ships? No. Who came over here by ships, bruh? The Israelites, so-called blacks and Hispanics, came over here by ships. We came over here by ships. We just got sent to different places. You know, you had some Hispanics sent to Spain. That's why they speak Spanish. We got sent over here to America. That's why we speak English. We speak the language of our oppressor. You know what I'm saying? That's going on right now. So, let me keep reading. Thou shalt see it, and it says, by the way thereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. He said, we ain't gonna see our homeland no more again. We ain't gonna see it. We ain't seen Jerusalem yet. Some of us did, but as a nation, we ain't seen Jerusalem yet. I ain't been back to my homeland. You know, you got heathen in the homeland right now. You got them fake Jews running the homeland. Them so-called white people with the yarmulkes on their head, with the tassels. They running Jerusalem right now. They over that. I ain't seen it yet. And they say, and there you shall be sold unto your enemies. So he's saying, when we got off them slave ships, hey, we gonna be sold unto our enemies. Who are we sold to? Because whoever we were sold to, those are our enemies. Who are we sold to when we got our slave ships? Matter of fact, who are we sold to, period? We were sold to the so-called white man. He was the main one, though. But people don't understand. It was the transatlantic slave trade. He wasn't the only person that had a hand in our slavery. He was the main one. But all the other nations that are not Israelites, they had a hand in our slavery. All of them. So it just said, you shall be sold unto your enemies. So we have enemies. You can't be walking around every day thinking that, hey, everybody your friend. All the other nations cool with you. Y'all all the same. You can't think like that because the Bible just said you have enemies. You better watch your back. Don't trust them. Don't trust John. Don't trust Sarah. Don't trust that Edomite Paul. Don't trust him with your money. You have some brother trusting them with money. Trusting them with important paper. You giving your paper to your enemy, telling him don't look at it. You think he gonna look at it? He gonna look at it. Because they your enemies. And they say you shall be sold unto them for bond men and bond women, and no man shall buy you. So bond men and bond women are slaves. We were sold as slaves, bruh. So we were sold to them as slaves. So they are our enemy according to the Bible. So yes, the Most High say that we have enemies. Whoever the Most High enemies is, that's who our enemies are. They are enemies, bruh. So I just read the curses going into that. As a matter of fact, I'm going into God has a chosen people, and I'm gonna close this out because I broke down some of the curses that proves to you who the Israelites are by these curses. This is the reason why these curses are in the Bible, to show you that who the chosen people are. He has a chosen people, bro. And I'm gonna show you that he has a chosen people. I'm gonna get some precepts on that to show you that everybody not equal. Everybody not the same. That's just how it is. You can't be upset. You can't. And don't take it up with me. Hey, if you upset, take it up with the Most High. He made the rules. I didn't make the rules. I'm glad he did that. To be honest with you, so I'm glad he did that. We not the same. Can the so-called white man do the same? Can the so-called white man do the same thing as the so-called black man can? Can they dress the same way we dress? Can they drip the same way we drip? They clothes be ironed. They have on mixed match shoes. They have be all messed up. They can't drip like we drip, bro. Drake be having the gold. They have the chain on. They have all type of stuff, the earrings. We be dripped out. You can't drip out like how we drip out. They can't cook how we cook. They don't season their food. The food be dry as hell. Like it be tasting like a Popeye's biscuit. Like, bro, you don't want to eat that, bro. Don't eat that. Don't eat that. You want to go to your auntie house and get some food. You want to go to your auntie house and get a plate. You don't want to go to Sarah's house. When everybody hears Sarah cooking, they run. They not finna go to Sarah's house. They not finna rush their Sarah's house and be like, okay, Sarah cooking, I'm finna go there. You not finna go over there, bro. But when your auntie say, come over here, baby, come get a plate, you gonna go get a plate. Because you know that she threw down. You know the food got some taste. It's good. But Sarah ain't got no taste of her food. Don't eat that. So I'm finna get some. I already poured Deuteronomy 7:6. I already poured 2 Ezra 6:54. Now I'm finna get 1 Peter 2:9, right? It say, but ye are a chosen generation. There you go again. He stay using that word chosen, bro. He always using that word chosen and always using that word separate. Because we are a chosen people, so we're supposed to be separate we're supposed to be separate. We're not supposed to be the same with the other nations. But America teach you to join hand in hand with the other nations. Why would you join hand in hand with somebody below you? Hey, I get offended. When Edomite say that he the same as me. I get offended if a so-called white man say that we equal. No, the hell we not, nigga. You not equal to me. Excuse my language. You not equal to me. Like that offend me. Like, bro, don't even say you equal to me. You can't say you equal to me. You can't say you equal to my people. You can't say that because they not the same as us. They not on the physical level and on the spiritual level. They wicked. They not the same as us on the spiritual level. They wicked. Look at all the stuff. Look at all the stuff they doing. Look at all the stuff they did in slavery, segregation, Tuskegee experiment, Black Wall Street, the Trail of Tears. Look at segregation. If I didn't say that, but look at all the crime that these people done did to us. That, bro. That's not in our spirit to do that. You know, you have some brothers kill. Yeah, I ain't saying it. You have some brothers kill somebody. But it's not in our spirit to take over a whole land of people. I mean, a whole group of people. Take over their land. Take over their whole nationality. Turn into them. You got those fake Jews calling themselves Jews, bro. They took our whole heritage. That we don't shoot schools up. That's not in our spirit. When have you heard a so-called black man or a so-called black woman or a so-called Hispanic, or a so-called Hispanic man, or a so-called Hispanic woman shoot up a school? That's not in our spirit to do that, bro. We don't do stuff like that because we are different people. We're not the same. So I got let me finish 1 Peter 2:9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, that you should show forth the praise of him who shall call you out of darkness into his marvelous light. So he's saying He's saying we're holy people. And holy means separate. So we're supposed to be separate among these nations. We're not supposed to be trying to join hand in hand with these nations. And I want to pull something in my Babylon and Timbuktu, because it tells you what we were before slavery. Hold up. It's like. Come. I want to pull it out. But I just dropped the page on my story to show you what we were before slavery. But we wasn't just niggas. Before slavery, we wasn't niggas, bro. We wasn't thugs. Our females wasn't whores, thoughts. We wasn't just football players. We wasn't just athletes. Before that, what were we? What were we before that? And I got it in my book. I put it on my story because I don't remember what page it's on. So I got this song 82 and 6 and 7. This King David speaking. He said, I have said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High, but ye shall die like men and like one of princes. So he just said we gods, bro. We are gods. We are gods with a little G though, not big G. We gods of the earth. We the gods of the earth, bro. So I got this Joel 2:27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God and none else. Let me get that again for the people in the back. The people that they might have earphones in, they couldn't hear. They had music playing. They might have some stuff in their ear. So I'm gonna get it again for the people in the back that didn't hear what I just said. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God and none else. And my people shall never be ashamed. Cause like I said before, these other nations didn't have no real God. That's why all through the Bible they were worshiping, they were building idols to bow down to, because they didn't have no real God. So he just said, I am the Lord your God and none else. So he only the God of the Israelites. Period. He only the God of the Israelites. He the God of the world because he made everything. But in all, his people are only the Israelites. His people are only the Israelites. All through the Bible, he fighting for Israel. He telling it, hey, we either going into slavery by the Most High, or we rejoicing because we ain't have to go into slavery, or we ain't get killed. We keeping the commandments. It's Israel. Israel, he gave the commandments to Israel. Through Moses, he gave us the commandments to keep. He didn't give the commandments to everybody because everybody is not his people. He's not worried about everybody else. He only worried about the Israelites. So I got Deuteronomy 14:2. Which Deuteronomy 14:2 kind of say the same thing as Deuteronomy 7:6, but it kind of switch it up a little bit. It say, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord has chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all nations that are upon the earth. So we are above all these nations upon the earth, bro. Above them. What? Bro. You can tell, bro. What other nations look better than our females, bro? What other nations look better than our females? What can they do that our females can't do? What can any other nation do with our females? Can they cook like our females, bro? Can they dress like how our females dress? They can't. They want to be us though. They know that we above them. They know that we superior. They want to be like us. That's why they get lip injections. That's why they get butt implants. That's why they want to get their skin darker. They want to get a tan. They want to be us, bro. Understand that. When you have enemies, they envy and jealous of you. They hate you. They hate you and love you at the same time. They want to be you, bro. They want your identity. That's why they be looking you up and down. That's why they be watching you. They be watching you, studying you, bro. They want to walk like you. They want to talk like you. They want to act like you. They want to dress like you. They can't. It ain't in their blood. Just look at Eminem. Eminem was a so-called white man. But look, he wanted to be a so-called black man. But you could tell he couldn't. His spirit was just off. He wanted to be a so-called black man so bad, but he couldn't. His spirit was off. He couldn't walk like Jake. He was trying his hardest to walk like Jake. He couldn't walk like Jake, bro. He couldn't. It's not in his spirit. At Shalom, Presto. It ain't in his spirit. So I got three more scriptures. I'm gonna close out with this one, and I might get back on tonight. Cause I got some sisters. Hey, matter of fact, everybody that's in here, my sisters going live at. They in the chat right now. They can drop their Instagram. They going live at. I think they said 5 Eastern time. My sisters Kenzie and my sisters Kai. They be going live. This topic that they talking about, every sister should hear this. Every sister should want to hear this topic that they finna discuss at 5. So y'all tune into their live too at 5. So I got this Deuteronomy 33 and 29. Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee. So he just said, who is like Israel? It just said, happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee. Who is like the Israelites, bro? Who can dance like the Israelites? Bro, I was watching some Hispanics, bro. I forgot what it's called. I think it's like some salsa. They be doing like some little dancing. I forgot, it's like a little contest they do. Esau not doing that. Bro, Northern Kingdom be sauce and all that. Who can hit them folks like Jake? Who can dance like Jake, bro? Nobody. Who's smart like us, bro? Nobody. All this stuff, like I said before, we invented all this stuff. This educational stuff, this school system, this is they stuff. This is they stuff they want us to learn. But who is smarter than us, bro? Who? Nobody. And I wish I could find this account in Babylon. I don't even know where my book at. And my Babylon the Timbuktu book, it go into everything that we invented, bro. We invented literally every single thing, bro. We invented literally every single thing. Come on, let me keep reading. It say, oh people shall by the Lord thy should of thy help, and who is the sword of thy excellency, and thy enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread upon their house unto their high places. So our enemies gonna become liars. Because now we waking up. Now we understanding that we the real Jews. They not the real Jews. I'm finna pull a scripture on that, going into that. They not the real Jews. We waking up to everything. We understanding that, hey, we understanding what they doing, the lies that they giving us in the media. We waking up understanding that stuff, bro. Let me get a precept. I mean a scripture going to us being the real Jews. Because a lot of people be like, no, black people not the real Jews. Those white people the real Jews. I seen the boy in the striped pajamas. I seen no Jews. I didn't see no black Jews in that movie. Those were all white people. But let's see what the Bible says who the real Jews is and who they that those fake Jews is, right? So this Revelation is 2 and 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty. So he talking to the Israelites, right? Because we know he ain't talking to them fake Jews, because he just said, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty. Those fake Jewish people are not in poverty, bruh. When have you seen a Jewish man begging for money? When have you seen a Jewish man just on the side of the street holding a sign say, I need money? They own Hollywood. Bro, think about that. They own Hollywood and the music industry. They own half of the NFL and the NBA. How the hell they in poverty? How they in tribulation? Because they not the real Jews. We in poverty. We in tribulation. And they say, but thou art rich. So he's saying, even though we in poverty, even though we in tribulation, and we still rich. why are we still rich? Y'all wondering, like, how are we still like rich people and we in captivity? How? Y'all probably wondering, because we promised the kingdom. We got the law, statutes, and commandments. He our God. He hear our prayers. That's why we still blessed. That's why we still rich. We rich spiritually. So it say, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not. Who's saying they Jews right now? The only reason we saying Jews right now because it's our time to wake up. Who been saying they were Jews? Are the synagogue of Satan. So he's saying those fake Jews are the synagogue of Satan. They're the synagogue of Satan. Period. Look at the stuff they doing. Only Satan to do the things that they doing. All type of stuff. GM on the food. Like I said, chemtrails in the sky. We can't even drink no regular water. It's chemicals in the water. They killing us with the water. The water that we bathing with got chemicals in it. The soap that we bathe with got chemicals in it. They killing us. They Satan. Only Satan to do something like that. So I got it's Revelations 3:9. And it says, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet and to know that I have loved thee. So he just said again that them fake Jews are the synagogue of Satan. They're not the real Jews, and he gonna make them come and worship at our feet when we back up ruling. They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to come and worship at our feet. Because we the real Jews. They gonna understand that day. I forgot what verse it is when they say my ancestors have inherited lies. I forgot what verse it is. But these so-called white people in that time, they gonna understand that we God's chosen people, and they gonna realize that their ancestors inherited lies. They're gonna realize that they're not superior. They're gonna realize that they're not God's chosen people. They're gonna realize that everybody can't get into the kingdom of heaven. They're gonna realize that, and they're gonna have their hand over their mouth in shock. When they see Yahweh shall come back, they gonna have their hand over their mouth, right? So I got two more scriptures I'm gonna close out. Going into this. This 1 Kings 8:53. For thou didst separate them from among all the people. That was that word separate again. But why does America tell us to come together? Why are we marching with everybody? Why are we protesting with every race of people? When it just said in 1 Kings 8:53, for thou didst separate them from among all the people of the earth to be thy inheritance. So he separated everybody. So he separated us from everybody on the face of the earth. That's why he said we are holy people, because holy just means separate. So we are separate people, bro. So we're not supposed to be joining hand with these other nations. We're not supposed to be into interracial marriage. And I do a live on that, going into that. We're not supposed to be into interracial marriage because we're not supposed to be joining hand in hand with the other nations. We're supposed to be separate. And it says, as thou spakest by the hand of Moses, thy servant, when thou broughtest our fathers out of Egypt, O Lord God. So we're not supposed to be hand in hand with the other nations, bro. We're not supposed to, cause we were never made to be like that. The only reason why people so loving to the other nations and got a soft spot in their heart for them is because that's how America got it. America got it. If you don't like the other nations, you a racist. If you ain't trying to be the same or try to be equal or try to join and try to march with the other nations, you a racist. That's how they got in. I put a good precept. Jeremiah 16:9. I put it in the comments. I put Jeremiah 16:19 in the comments. But wait, let me see. I might can get it. Let me see. Drop it in the comments, King. Jeremiah 16:9. I put a good precept. Jeremiah 16 all right, it's Jeremiah 16:19. O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in that day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely come. Surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. So they're going to understand in that day. They're going to understand, oh, man, bro, these are God's chosen people. So the whole time I was calling them niggers, porch monkeys, coons. Those are God's chosen people. They're gonna be losing their mind. You might have some Edomites kill themselves, but they're gonna be so scared and so in shock. They might pass out. They might shoot themselves, hang themselves. That's how in shock they're gonna be when they understand that, hey, these are God's chosen people, and our people did all this stuff to them. So what's gonna happen to us then? They're gonna understand in that time. Got one more precept and I'm gonna close out. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Like I said, hey, at 6 o'clock, y'all tune in. It's gonna be a show. Shout out to the sisters, man. At 6, I think they said 6. It's gonna be 6 Eastern time, I think she said in the comments. But yeah, all the sisters that's in here, y'all tune in. And shout out to my brother Trey too. Hey, y'all check out my brother Trey video too. He just dropped his first video last night, whoever in here. Y'all go check out our video, man. There's gonna be plenty more to come through the spirit. Shout out to my dog Presto. Naja, shout out to my dog Naja in here too. Hey, love y'all. So then my last scripture I'm gonna close out. This Leviticus 20 and 24. But I have said unto you, ye shall inherit their land, and I will give it unto you to possess it, a land that flows with milk and honey. I am the Lord your God, which have separated you from other people. So he separated us from other people, bro. You have to understand that everybody is not the same. He has a chosen people. He has a chosen people. Now, hey, anybody know that verse? And anybody know that verse in 2nd Ezra? No. I think it's either in 1st Ezra, 2nd Ezra, when it's telling you everything that the Most High got. He got a favorite bird, he got a favorite people, a favorite place to dwell in. I forgot what verse it is. It's in Apocrypha though. Anybody know that precept? Y'all can drop it. I'm gonna close out on that precept. If anybody can find that precept, I think it's going into when he said he got a favorite bird, which is the dove. He had a favorite place to dwell, which is Jerusalem. He have a favorite people, which is Israel. If anybody can find that, cause my phone on 5. So if anybody can find that, if not, I'll drop it on my story. Cause everybody got a favorite thing, bro. Like people think the Most High don't got emotions. The Most High got emotions. He get happy. He get mad. He get jealous. It tells you all through the Bible. He get jealous because we serving other gods. Just like with us, we got a favorite thing. We got a favorite fruit that we like better than the other one. We got favorite shoes. We got a favorite clothing brand. We got a favorite thing that we like, bro. So same thing with the Most High. He don't like everything, bro. He don't like everything. He don't. And you have all these just say he got all these inventions. I mean all these creations. He had different type of fruit. He got different type of birds. He got different type of dogs, different type of cats. He got different type of everything. Everything is different. So why would he get to the human race and be like, oh, I'm gonna make everybody the same with the human race, but all my other creations gonna be different? That don't make sense. That don't make no sense at all. But I don't know. I don't think anybody could have found. Con. Appreciate that, King. Now I'm gonna close out on this. The 2nd Ezra. Where is that in chapter 5? Okay. The 2nd Ezra chapter 5 and 24. Start with 24. It says, and of all the land of the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit, and all the flowers thereof one lily. So his favorite flower is the lily. And of all the depths of the sea, thou hast filled thee one river, and of all builded cities, thou hast hallowed Zion unto thyself. So we know his favorite dwelling place is Zion, which is Jerusalem. And of all the fowls that are created, thou hast named thee one dove. So out of all the fowls, all the things that fly, his favorite animal is the dove. And of all the cattle and are made, thou hast provided thee one sheep. So his favorite land animal that don't fly really is the sheep. And among all the multitude of peoples, thou hast gotten thee one people, and unto these people thou whom thou lovest, thou gavest a law that is the approved of all. So we know he's talking about the Israelites because he gave us the law. The only people that was given the law was the Israelites. So the people that he loved, that one people, is Israel. And like I said before, it's plenty of precepts to break down who his chosen people is, but I don't want to make these live too long, so I'm finna close out. So I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and I say Shalom. Keep enduring. I don't know how to save it.